Namaskaram. Hey.
Hello.
It's both Namaskaram and hey.
Yeah, I know. So,
Came cho maja ma?
yeah. Gujarat. So, great. So, just so the viewers know, Sphoorti and I are friends from Coimbatore. We live very close to each other in the similar area. And we definitely got a lot of time in the lockdown to connect and discuss many things and get to know each other better, especially in that time where social interactions were very minimal. We could only meet few people around our house. So it turned out to be really great to have a friend like this, and we connected so well. And one of the things I found really interesting about her life is that uh, she has these yantras, like Isha Foundation offers these yantras, which are great tools for spiritual seekers to enhance their sadhana and things like that. So I've seen how involved she is with the yantras, and there's always some yantra related conversation happening between us. And I really wanted to ask her more about it, get to know her story better about that. And so I thought we can record this so other people also get access to this, your experience and information and things like that. So yeah, maybe you can just just start off, give us a little bit of introduction and.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Priyanka. It's actually this topic and this speaking this about this itself is like a privilege, and it's fun also because it's like having a just casual conversation with you, because I think what we are recording this session so that people can also be able to relate to it, right? I mean, it's not just some factual thing which is there on the internet, or you just come to know and it's available and you just go for it. I mean, the presence of a consecrated energy form, that is what I would call a yantra, has hugely changed uh, my life, because simply because you're living in a space which is reverberating with energy. So I mean, briefly I would like to say how it all began for me. And after doing the inner engineering practices with Isha, and practicing yoga, I realized that some I was living in this rental apartment in Mumbai, and I remember Sadhguru talking about that if you keep shifting places and homes, and the kind of energy you might feel, there's some kind of disturbances. So I could as I started practicing yoga and meditation, I could feel there was something different when I used to go to one space to another space, and especially when you're working and then you're traveling and then you're coming back home. So I used to have certain disturbed, sleep as well. So I was trying to see how I can settle this. When you're just newly doing your yoga practices, we are not so evolved that we ourselves have become some yogini or like a temple. Then I came to know about Linga Bhairavi. Somebody spoke, told me about this Devi's energy, and also how about you can take, the Devi's energy form and to your home, and it helps to kind of bring, create an energized space, a situation in your home, and also, build that kind of protection. How it's different, when you go to different spaces, you kind of feel a little disturbed. So when I came to know about that, you can have this consecrated energy form, and it kind of helps you to create that kind of cocoon in your own homes and a vibrant space. I was quite excited to know about that. But experientially, I wanted to experience it for myself. So once during the Navratri time, there's a huge celebration of Devi,
Devi
9
celebration is
days.
amazing. 9 whole days, as you said.
Yes, yes, at the Isha Yoga Center. So I attended that full 9 days, and that's when I could actually connect more to that Devi's energy. Sadhguru mentions that Linga Bhairavi is the most exuberant form of divine feminine. So this whole feminine concept itself was like a bit confusing for me. But when I started relating to it was when Sadhguru mentioned that the whole society has become very masculine, very economically driven, and even the females are expected to be like men. Either they become like very strong, staunch, boss ladies. I don't know if that's the term, or they are like Barbie dolls or something. So I always felt that disconnect as well. So I kind of, when I came to know about what the aspect of Devi is and the divine feminine and everything, it really instantly got connected. And since I had a really good time staying in the ashram for those 9 days, I felt I want to, be in that kind of cocoon energy even when I go back home.
Okay.
And that's when uh, I received the Linga Bhairavi Gudi. Initially, I had the Linga Bhairavi photo also, and that's how I started connecting with Linga Bhairavi's, energy, and there was some mystical connect. I mean, uh, I was not those typical, as you said, temple going person or idol worshippers and everything. But somewhere, since I grew up in South India and like a traditional Maharashtrian family, it was not that I was away from such these things, but I never really connected. But since we started practicing yoga, and when I knew this concept of what this energy and like Devi is, I I just like started melting into it, I can say. And so my journey of experiencing a consecrated form was, I can say, started deepening when I had a goodie at home.
Okay.
So when I received the goodie, somebody told me that you keep her like how you want to keep yourself.
Okay.
When they told me, I was like, okay, I didn't realize that. But in a very subtle way, I started doing things like that. I took a goodie, I placed her in my room, I started offering different flowers. I love aesthetics, and if somebody's visited Isha, you can see how beautifully they offer the flowers and the decor. It's amazing. And since I come from a fashion background, this was like a natural expression, and it was like a creative outlet which I got. So, and it's something very personal. You're taking a deity. I didn't know what all that was.
Yeah,
I never
exactly. I
knew.
think we don't really know. Yeah.
Yes. But it's surprisingly the first day when I received Goody and placed her in my Mumbai rental apartment. I invited my friends over. We had this like a little small party. And, I can say it was like a combination of a haldi kumku ceremony plus like a hippie party together, because I offered cupcakes, and another friend came and offered like a song and played guitar and offered songs. So that that aspect of that celebration which I experienced Navratri, it continued. And then what I saw distinctly was how it started changing the life around me as well. I felt that a presence was there which kind of helped, brought a layer of protection. It's not that I started experiencing a deity in some form, or like a person, or I've seen something, but there was something. There was something. For example, I can say that there were certain kind of people whom I used to interact with, and suddenly they would start disappearing from my own circle. And I started realizing that those people, I mean, I never was those kinds who would differentiate, okay, this person is good or bad, but certain times, certain people's intentions may not be favorable for our situations or
Yeah.
our own energy. We're just not vibing, maybe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
not just beneficial. And that's why
Yeah, it's
I
not that
think
they're
our
harmful, it's
parents
just
used to
not
say or
aligned.
warn us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could see that a lot of people, I mean, I started distancing from a lot of people. It kind of actually, um, there were certain people whom I thought, they had the best interest in whatever I was doing,
Mm.
but suddenly they would come up with some strange statement or
Okay.
some strange situation, and I was like, oh my god, this that's the truth. So the kind of the truth was coming onto me,
Mm.
so I could see clearly like how my circle was getting like cleared, and I would interact with much more people who do not carry a lot of baggage, I guess. And the feeling of being, when you feel alone in a huge like city like Mumbai, that void was started filling within me. So after the Gudi came in, like of course I had a creative outlet in decorating the Gudi space, and celebrating full moon nights and all that. But most importantly, as a woman, I mean, what I was seeking was protection. I started experiencing that protection. And suppose I've had a really bad day at work, or after traveling, I'm feeling very heavy, I would just come into the Gudi room and either just cry it out, or laugh it out, and just become very peaceful. It was helping my Shambhavi practices as well.
Okay.
And slowly that void which I felt as an individual, like as a person, you feel lonely,
Mm-hmm.
that started filling up, because I had a date, from being like a consecrated energy form, which I felt is just like a small a linga in a copper box,
Yeah.
or something which I was excited about. That statement which that lady made, that keep her like how you want to be,
Mm.
kept, or like that. It's something started reverberating. I felt that between that deity, in that small box, and me, I'm able to explain this or put it in words now. Maybe that time I could
Yeah.
not express or relate to it, but all this was happening. It's a very subtle thing, right?
Mm.
I mean, so Priyanka, like the Gudi, and like having, even I could say before that, Linga Bhairavi's photo, it kind of started, doing many things to me. And then when I realized, okay, what is it, then I started reading about what is Devi, and what are these energy forms, something, what is this yantra. And coincidentally I got an opportunity to volunteer for the yantra ceremony.
Okay.
I started volunteering for Devi pujas in Mumbai. So like see, volunteering for Devi activities was fun, because it was about decorating that space, which was something very natural to me. And also, you dress up in saris, and very.
Mm.
If you've attended any Isha functions, you might
Yeah,
have
yeah,
seen,
definitely.
everybody is dressed up in their best. So that was
Especially, I
very.
think
I
the
mean,
Devi functions are even more colorful and vibrant than the usual ones. So it can be really
yes,
attractive, actually.
yes. Yes. So that started happening to me. So that was like the phase one of experiencing, energy space, that way.
Right.
And then cut to, I can I can go on and on with all these things. It's a long conversation, but cut to, it is like, I mean, I can say because of that energy of Linga Bhairavi, I found my partner, and my husband. We got married in the Devi temple, and in a, and that too in a bhuta shuddhi vivaha, which is like a consecrated process for
Yeah.
getting married. And after marriage, we received the Linga Bhairavi Yantra, and which we had placed in Mumbai. After, and now that you have visited us, after shifting to Coimbatore, we have it in Coimbatore as well.
So that one you are saying is a more personalized one, isn't it? Sorry, I think there's a lag.
Yes, yantra. So yeah. So Gudi is something I can Gudi. Sorry, I'm just folding my legs. So used to like sitting folded legs. Gudi is something. So Gudi is something which is the same energy form of Linga Bhairavi in at Isha. You can take back home. It's a small form. Uh, it is to enhance the aspect of devotion within oneself, and it's not personalized, as in like how the Linga Bhairavi Yantras are. um, it's a Gudi is a small form which you can carry it anywhere. You don't have to place it in one place and all that. It's more to do what I've seen with Gudi and experiencing. It's like it depends completely upon your devotion. Like how open, how you are connecting with it. You can experience that energy or that space. Uh, Whereas talking about yantras, and Linga Bhairavi Yantras. So we know yantras itself, like, while growing up, it was the only thing I knew about what a yantra is those small copper plates, which I've seen in certain puja rooms or somebody has handed out to me. Those copper plates where people
I
have
think
these
they just
geometric.
engrave some kind of a shape, no, Shri Chakra or something like that. They just engrave on it.
Yeah, the commonly or the widely seen yantras is the Shri Chakra thing, which I really don't know the science and the exact geometry.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything.
So I'd always seen that. I can say a yantra. I mean, I was not drawn towards the yantra as aspect of it, but because I was so mesmerized and lost in that energy of Devi, I wanted her in all forms, like Linga Bhairavi. So Sadhguru offered, like, you can have a Linga Bhairavi photo in your house, you can have a Gudi, or you have the yantra. So when it comes to Linga Bhairavi Yantras, these are like a consecrated energy form, made up of copper and, consecrated for a period of time um, in the ashram, with a lot of process behind that. And it is personalized in the sense, like a couple, like me and my husband, we received it. So it is that yantra is specifically personalized for both of us. It's something like I don't know the science behind it, or maybe not the best person to explain it, but something that the energy of that yantra and our energies are kind of connected. Because here, like, Gudi, you don't have to do any process. It's very simple. You just have to, like, light a lamp every day to experience that, and you might want to, like, chant the stuti, to experience energies. In a yantra, there is a process which one has to do. It's like you place your hands on top of the copper portion of the yantra, because that what happens is when you place your hands on the yantra, the energies, it's an energized form. So there is a physical touch, right? So when there is a physical touch, the energies of that yantra or the Devi, or it kind of goes within you, right? And that kind, so there is a physical touch here. So in that way, it's personalized, right? And then it kind of changes your own energy system. How it happens and how much it's a difference it has made to me, I cannot put it in words, but my own experience is that it has changed me. It has changed me. It has it's in many folds. It's a very internal process, and it would have been a very tedious path, or I can say a long path, if I didn't have the support of this consecrated forms. Yeah.
So
Many
does
more
it become
things.
like a central what?
I said many more things, but I thought, okay, you can ask me and I can answer them, or we can just have a conversation.
No, so I can understand, because when you spoke about the Gudi itself, you said it affected so many aspects of your life. So I can imagine when the yantra would come in, then I guess in a way it becomes the central part, no? Like your whole life starts revolving around it. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, one thing is, see, why do we go to a temple, right? A huge aspect is the aspect of devotion as well, right? If you hold something above your life, like, so suppose you hold your parents, you hold your loved ones, your the relationships, you hold them, and see, it's like falling in love, right? When you fall in love with somebody, some part of you goes away. You dissolve yourself. So it's like when you come in form of a consecrated energy form, and you kind of, if you fall in love, like how I felt, I can say that now. it it starts melting you, it starts melting in a very different way. Like, as I said, like if I had any difficulty in a particular day, or if I don't have my mother who's she's in a different city, I don't have somebody to talk to, I would just go sit in that room, imagine that as if it is a live Devi form. I mean, for many of us, it's a live energy form. It is actually a live energy form. And it's in a form of a yantra. And so I would just go sit there and close my eyes, be in tears, and just feel lighthearted. And it's like how we relate to that energy form, right? I mean, that's the whole science of deities. Like, I never knew about all these things, but when I started relating, then it slowly, okay, occurred to me. It's okay. It's my personalized yantra. I mean, it's my personal deity. She's my Devi. I can be with her. Like, I don't have to put on a face. I don't have to have any apprehensions. So if you are like that, Sadhguru mentions you can be like that with your uh, partner, your people, your parents, and everything. But every human being, including me, has certain limitations, right? So it's much easier when you fall in love with a stone. No, it's a huge difference when you are in touch with a consecrated energy form, because those small interactions, or that suppose I'm going in a space and sitting and expressing, oh my god, I've had such a bad day, and I'm just sitting and meditating for a while, and there's something which kind of settles it, and if certain solutions have to come up, it comes in that phase where I'm sitting. It's like doing your yoga practices. When you do your Shambhavi practice, many things, many answers we get when we are doing our practices. So yantra, more than, I mean, of course it's a deity personalized, but also it kind of energizes the space in which you live in. It is, your house can become a temple. The energy, if just with a Gudi I could experience a difference in my, say, like a small 800 square feet rental apartment in Mumbai. Yantras are designed in such a way that the area of energy it can cover, it's a little bit more, say up to 5,000 square feet. And like there is another yantra, like Avigna yantra, which is for more than 5,000 square feet, something around like that. So I mean, we don't need like a physical form, or you can sit in Gujarat, and if you have that devotion or your yogic practices, I feel we can connect to an energy form, even if it's in Coimbatore or say Kailash. But what these yantras and consecrated energy forms that helps us, these yantras and goodies, they are extensions of the main deity.